Hey there, my name's Amanda. Thank you for joining me today and doing a little bit of self-care for you. And in this practice, we're going to be doing a lot of twisting. So it's a nice twisting flow that's going to bring more mobility, more movement, and more space into the spine. So all you're really going to need is maybe a block if you have one. If not, that's fine. And other than that, if you enjoy some music while you practice, there's a description. In the description, there's a little link for the Spotify playlist I made for this class. So let's get started and right into it. I'm going to lie down flat on my mat, getting into any comfortable position that suits you today. Your knees can be bent or straight. And once you find that pose, close down the eyes and let go of your day. Maybe coming to stillness for the first time in your day today. And maybe really tuning into the breath for the first time today. So take 5 deep breaths here. Notice if the mind is wandering off and try to bring that focus back to you on your mat and your breath. On your 5th breath, I want you to hold it at the top. Inhale, hold. Take another little sip in through the nose. Hold it. And then exhale through the mouth. Let that go. Good. Let's stretch the arms up overhead, taking a nice big stretch from fingertips and toes. Almost like you're starting your day all over again. And on your next exhale breath, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. And feel free to rock a little bit side to side, letting that go. Keeping your right knee into the chest, straighten your left leg down to the mat. And then we're going to use our arms to draw circles with that right knee, getting a little bit more into our hip, circling one way, and then change directions, circle the other way. And next time the knee comes up and over towards the right shoulder, keep it there, using your hand, or maybe you wrap your elbow around that knee if it's high enough. And then try to push that left hip down. Continue to push it down to the mat. I like to use my hand to just remind myself to do that. And hold here. Exhale, we'll take that knee across the body into a twist to the left, but making sure that we're moving our hips, scooch them over to the right edge of your mat as you take the knee across. You can always place a block under the knee for support. Make sure you're not forcing this twist. It should be really passive, and you should be able to relax into it As you look over your right shoulder and breathe. Coming back into the center. And give your knees a hug. Let's do that on the other side. Left knee stays into the chest, right leg straightens down, and start to draw circles with that left knee. Going the other way. And when that knee comes up towards that left shoulder, keep it there. Right knee draws, or right hip draws down into your mat. And then take that left knee across to the right side for a twist. Move those hips over to the left and see if you can look over that left shoulder. Finish the twist off. And breathe. Letting that go, come out of your twist. Hips back to the center, hug your knees in, and let that go. Grab hold of the backs of the knees or thighs and then rock and roll a little bit, coming eventually up into table. When you're ready, coming into that table pose, hands under the shoulders, knees are under your hips. And we'll do a couple threading the needle. So right arm is going to lift up, twisting to the right. Exhale, we're threading it under the left arm. Twist to the left. Just hover off the floor because we're going to keep moving with this. Inhale up and exhale, thread through. Keep going. One more time. And exhale. This time you can let the shoulder come down to the mat and find the ear or find the mat with your right ear. Yes, your butt is sticking up in the air and that's totally fine. Push into your left hand and really try to rotate that chest, your torso up to the ceiling. Breathe into that right shoulder blade. Finish off your exhale, twisting a bit further, and then rounding back up through the spine, and come back to table. Other side, left arm is going to reach up on your inhale, and exhale, thread it through. Just hover. Keep going. Inhale, and exhale. Last time. Left shoulder is going to connect with the mat. Same with your left ear. And push into that right hand to try to open the chest further. Twist. Rounding back into your table. Good. Let's continue. Right leg is going to lift up. Inhale. Exhale, step that right foot to replace the right hand. Coming into a low lunge, lift the arms up on your inhale. Tuck under with the pelvis slightly. Core is engaged. Draw the rib cage in. Inhale, lengthen a little bit taller. Exhale, left hand is going to come down to the mat, and right arm is going to open up into your twist to the right. Easy twist. You can use a block under that left hand if we can't quite find the mat. And let's draw some circles with that right arm. So we're going to go forward and back and around a couple times. Change up the direction. On this last time, when the arm comes forward, bring yourself up, back into the low lunge, and rotate, twist to the right leg. See if you can grab hold of that back thigh with your right arm and lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Sink into those hips and twist and breathe. Inhale, lift that left arm higher. And then exhale, windmill your arms down to the inside edge of that right foot. Walk the foot out a little bit wider and just move into the hips a little bit. Get comfortable here. You can relax the back toes down. And then I'm going to take my right hand to the right thigh and twist towards the right. Really use your hand pushing on that thigh to try to open up the chest further to the right, or maybe all the way up to the ceiling. Finish off your exhale before you unwind out of that. Both hands come down and just do a quick little counter twist to the left. Coming back to center. Take that right leg, swing it back around, and you're back in table. Let's do that on the other side. So left leg is going to lift up. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee in, step forward into your low lunge. Tuck the back toes and lift up. Inhale here, reach up. And then exhale, coming into that easy twist. Right arm down, left arm swings around and circle in your twist. Go ahead, change the direction if you haven't yet. We're now going forward and back. And on this next one, let the arm lift you back up into your low lunge. We're rotating to the left, twisting. See if you can grab that back thigh, reach that right arm up. Sink those hips and twist. Good. Windmill your arms down to the inside edge of your left foot. Walk that left foot a little bit wider, so sink lower in those hips. Get comfortable. And we're twisting. Left hand to the thigh and evolve open to the left. Inhale, unwind out of that. And quick counter stretch. Do a little twist to the right. Coming back. Swing that left leg around now, back into your table. Tuck your toes under and push up and back into your downward dog. Do any movements here that feel good to you. You can walk it out. Coming into your stillness in that downward dog. Let's step the left foot to the center. We're lifting your right leg up into a three-legged dog. Look forward and then exhale, step that right foot to replace the right hand. But keeping that back knee up, we're going to stand crescent lunge. Inhale up. Tuck the pelvis under a little bit, rib cage draws in, and then on your exhale, we're coming into that easy twist. Left hand down, right arm up. From here, we're lifting up, grab hold of that back thigh and twist here. Ooh, we're putting it all together now, standing postures. And then windmill the arms down to the inside edge of your right foot. We're going to walk ourselves over, straightening the legs to the long edge of your mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Fold forward here. Right hand comes right under the chest, so coming into a flat back, we're twisting to the left here. Left arm evolves open to the left. If this is any strain in the shoulder, we can always place the hand to your lower back and twist. One more breath. Twisting further on your exhale every time. And then unwind. Inhale, walk your hands back to the front. Square off the hips, you're back in a lunge. And we're going to step forward to the top of our mat. Keep the knees bent and just hang out in a rag doll here. Let the head hang. Options with the arms, you can grab hold of opposite elbows. You can also interlace your hands behind your head. And let that go. Release the arms. From here, you're going to bend, keep that left knee bent, but straighten into your right leg. This is where a block could really be handy. You can place that block in the middle for your left hand to come onto the block. Right arm is going to be opening up into that twist. Again, reach it up, or maybe it comes to the low back. All right, so evolve into that twist. Keep the whole body involved in it by twisting with the head, looking maybe to the side or eventually up to the ceiling, and really sink into that right hip. Twisting here. Unwind out of that. Good. Get rid of the block if it's right there. Push into the feet and rounding up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you get up to the top, inhale, arms will reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart center as you sit down into a chair pose. Not my favorite, but sometimes we got to do the ones that we don't like. And we're coming into a prayer twist. So your right elbow is going to come to the outside of that left knee. We're using the arms, push into the outer knee and try to rotate yourself into that twist further. Making sure when we look down at our knees that they're not splitting and one's coming forward and one's back. Keep them level, keep those hips dropping down, and really keep pushing that chest, that heart forward into the twist. One more breath. Now comes the tricky part. We want our weight to be in that left leg. Look down for balance. You're going to step that right foot back into a lunge. And now we're in our prayer twist. Good. If balance is not with us today, we can put that hand back to the mat and come into your easy twist. It's up to you. Hold it. Keep twisting. And then inhale, unwind out of that. Plant the hands down either side of that left foot and step back into your downward dog. Walk it out, move it out. We got another side to go. So here we go. Left leg comes up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose and bring that foot forward. Coming up into your crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Same thing we did. And then exhale, right hand down, twisting to the left. Easy twist. Good. On your next inhale, lifting yourself up and reach back for that back thigh. Twist. Take an inhale, lift taller. Exhale, windmill the arms down into the inside of that left foot. Now we're going to walk ourselves over to the other edge of our mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Hold here before we twist. And on this side, left hand will come right in front of our chest. Maybe a block is needed. And then right arm is coming into that twist. Twist to the right. Unwinding out of that, walk yourself back to the front of your mat. Square off into that lunge and push off, step forward to the top of your mat, ragdoll, let that go. Releasing the arms wherever they are. And this time, right knee stays bent, left leg is going to straighten. Maybe use the block for your right hand, and then we're twisting to the left. Lowering down, bend both knees and rounding up through the spine. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms lift as you come to stand. Inhale. And we're coming into that chair pose. Exhale, sit down. Hands to heart. Inhale here. And then exhale, twist to the right. So left elbow comes to the outer right knee. Really try to open up that chest to the right. Make sure the knees are not staggered. Keep them in line. And when you're ready, get that weight into that right foot and step back as gracefully as you can into that prayer twist. Unravel out of that intense twist. Plant the hands down and then step back into your downward dog. One last time. Let that go. Good. Coming to stillness. Let's lift the hips up. Inhale and gently lower the knees to the mat. Sit back into a child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathing into the back. Breathing space into the spine. Slowing the heart rate again now. Push into your palms. Lift the elbows off the mat and come up into table. We're coming into a long table and slowly lowering down to the mat. Somehow my mat has really shifted and I'm turning to face the other way. There we go. So lying on your stomach. Open the arms up to a T. Right cheek to the mat. We're coming into a nice shoulder stretch and it's a really intense twist into the lumbar lower back. So left hand to the mat. We're going to rotate onto our right side. So the right arm should be in line with the shoulder. Make sure it's not too low. And you can stay here if that feels good. But I'll give you some options to go even further. So you can step your left foot back. And already with that knee lifting up and trying to open up, you're going to feel that twisting into the back. All right, so making sure that head is relaxed and you're not stiff and holding it up. Options with the arms. You can reach it up to the ceiling, maybe let it hang back, let gravity do the work, or maybe a little bit of a bind behind your back. So the final option, this is too intense for me, but I'll try to demonstrate it for you. So we're trying to rotate even more into our lower back and the hips. And you're going to step that right foot, plant the foot down, and try to guide the knees up towards the ceiling and hold here. But like I said, that's too much for me, so I'm going to come back to this option. But if you have that mobility and more range of motion through the twist in the low back, go for it and breathe. And then gently unwinding out of that. No sudden movements. Take your time. Back onto your stomach. And then left cheek to the mat. Let's do it. Right hand comes down and rotate onto that left side. Staying here, or you know your options to go a little bit further. Once you find a good position for you, and you can hold it here for a couple breaths without straining yourself. That's good. Last breath. And then slowly unwinding out of that. Once again, your right cheek will come to the mat. Take a moment. And then roll onto your back. One last little twist. So from here, we're going to cross our right knee right over the left. Arms are out in a T. And then we're picking our hips up, bring them to the right side of your mat, and drop those crossed knees over to the left. So with those knees crossed, it just helps to pull that right hip more forward. And it helps bring you into that twist a little bit more. And to just finish off that twist with the lower part of the body, you can wrap the foot around your calf as well. Sort of like eagle pose when we're standing, but now we're twisting into it. And looking over your right shoulder, finish off that twist. And again, breathe. Nice long exhale breath. Finish it off. Unwind the legs and then unwind the spine. Come back into the center. Let's do that on the other side. So this time left knee right over the right knee. Take the hips up and over to the left and drop the knees over to the right. So again, you can wrap up those lower limbs a little bit more if you'd like. And then looking over that left shoulder. And breathe nice, long, deep breaths into your twist. Last deep breath. Long exhale before you unwind out of this. And bring yourself back to center. For the last time, hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit, let that go. Bring your head up towards your knees. Squeeze everything nice and tight. Inhale. And then on your exhale, let it all go. Lie down flat, just like we started off in our practice today. So if they weren't already, close down the eyes. Bring your focus back inward if you've lost it. Take 10 deep breaths before you go on with the rest of your day. Again, thanking yourself for showing up for you today and giving yourself that much needed self-care. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.